Hondo 757. Just going into the paint shop today with a few other guitars I've got going over there. I've just glued in the nut, and because the nut I bought wasn't wide enough, I couldn't get one anywhere near wide enough, I've decided to glue it in with also a piece of maple. I put a maple, basically maple shim, and I've arced the bottom of the maple to match the radius of the fingerboard, same as I have with the nut. The nut is very high, you'll see, much higher than it needs to be. That is not a problem, because when this is set and glued, we're going to give it 30 minutes. It's got 30-minute epoxy in there. I'm going to cut off the excess of this maple, and then I'm going to tape up the nut. We're going to remove all this tape from the side, and we're going to take this, we're going to cover each fret. I've bought some new tape, never used it before. Rather than spray over the frets, then have to grind the lacquer off, I bought some 3mm tape. I'm going to tape over the frets, and we're just going to spray coat the whole lot. It's all going to get a coat or two of lacquer over there. Then what we'll do is, once that's all set, we'll peel off the tape, and we're ready to finish the frets. The frets are all done and polished. We'll need another polish anyway. Any marks that were on that neck there, I've not sanded it down, I'm not taking them off. We're going to wipe it clean, we'll just give it a dusting of a light coat there. My job was to get the fingerboard and the frets done, which is what I'm going to do. The new nut will be absolutely fine once the epoxy is set. I've gone with Z-Epoxy 30-minute. This is going to be absolutely wonderful once it's all done. That's looking great. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the nut going in. Bone nut. Absolutely beautiful. I could not get it in any better than that. Couldn't get a wider one, so there you go. Wonderful. I will bring it back and show you the results of the putting the nut in, the respray and everything. It's going over to Belvoir Guitars today, over in Grantham, to my friend Clive Eastwood over there. I'm taking a batch of guitars, and I've got a few more to go. A couple of my own are going as well for the same job. We're having a respray on the neck, get some lacquer on there. So that's that. So stay tuned, I'll be back shortly. Welcome back. I hadn't realised I haven't done any video on this Hondo since I fetched the neck back from Belvoir Guitars. From Clive Eastwood, who did a wonderful job on spraying the fingerboard and the neck, and I've kind of blobbed on without doing any more film, so I'm going to show where I am. And I've put the neck back on, I've put the tuners back on the neck, I've got the nut installed, and there is the neck and fingerboard, and look at that, look at the gloss on that. It says 7 coats, highly polished. What do you think to that? It's come out, I'm not going to say it's come out better than I expected, because I expected it to come out brilliant anyway, because Clive Eastwood is an amazing guitar builder. So there you go. So new nuts installed, very neat. I had to put in some, put in a slice of maple veneer inside there, because the nut wasn't as wide as the slot, but it looks absolutely lovely. Got a bit of cleaning to do this side. And I've just started to carve the nut. If you look there, I haven't carved the slots as deep as I need to go yet, because I need to get some strings on, but the neck is on. The guitar, I mean the neck, looks brand new, doesn't it? Look at that. I have paid for this lacquering myself, with fuel there and back, and what I've paid. Oh, I'm not going to tell you how much I've paid, because I don't want to, it's not really you know, I got a special rate. I always get a special rate with Mr. Eastwood, because not so much a regular client, but we're friends. But it's cost me a good wedge. It's cost me 20% of what I'm getting paid to do the job anyway. So that's gone out of my pocket, because I wasn't going to do that, because I wasn't going to take the lacquer off. The only reason I've paid for that is because I've took so long to complete this job. I've also said to Simon that I will pay back return postage. So out of my own pocket, quite a bit, almost, I'm not going to tell you how much, it's quite a lot of money. I've basically given away 25% of what I earned for this job. But Simon's paid, he's paid a decent price to get this work done. It looks fantastic. I know for a fact that neck is going to play absolutely superb, and those frets are going to last for years. So end of the day, looking absolutely beautiful. All I've got to do now is I'm going to put some strings on, And I'm then going to do the setup, get some strings on, and I'll also set up the strings on it. I'll cut the slots and I'll reshape the nut so it's all nicely shaped. Proper bone nut on there, buffalo bone I believe. So yeah, fantastic. So I think this neck looks fantastic, doesn't it? Where are you gonna, you know, get a job like that for 200 quid? Absolutely beautiful with the respray. What I'm going to do is I'm going to restructure my pricing plans for the future, because with this having a respray, it's cost me quite a bit more, and I've undercharged for some parts of the job. I won't say I've totally undercharged. It makes a job an expensive one, and you need, in future, people need to weigh up whether it's worth spending X amount on a refret and then a respray and blah 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 blah, when it's actually, it would have been actually cheaper to go out and get a neck for this. It would have been about 50-60 quid cheaper, but then again you've got to get it set up. So just tightening up the strap pins on here. I've got to go out and I've got to find a box for this as well, so it's more expensive, because it did come in one box. I do not ship in one Forte little box, because if they do break it and you have to put in a claim, they're not going to pay out, because you need, guitars have to be double boxed or in a hard case for you to win a claim case. So got to go and get another box anyway. I'm going to contact Music Scene shortly, see if they've got one I can possibly have, and if so, fantastic, I can get double boxed. Otherwise I've got to source a box from somewhere else. So like I say, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the setup. I'm going to get some strings on there. We will be going with a set of D'Addario 1046s. I will be tuning the guitar to standard, which is what is asked for, and that will be that. So when I've got the strings on, got the nut cut, I will come back, give you another update, and we'll take it from there, and I'll show you how we do the setup. So I do apologise for not doing the other part of the video. I think the last you saw of this guitar was before the neck went to Belvoir Guitars. You'll now see behind me I've got a Belvoir Guitars poster. I've got more on the way, and my wife Michelle will be modelling for Belvoir Guitars next year. She'll be going on my new posters, so that's something to look forward to. So anyway, I'm going to crack on. Stay tuned, and I'll be back shortly. Welcome back, friends, and here we are right at the business end of the completion of this Hondo Deluxe Series 757 Telecaster refret. I've just about finished cutting the nut, shaped it down pretty well there. It's beautifully shaped, it's nice and smooth. It's got a little tiny bit more I need to remove, just in the middle area here, but I think that's come out really well. I'm just using a 3H file here, nice fine cut, doesn't need any polishing. And I think we are just about there. We could go a little bit flatter there if we want to, but I think that's absolutely fine. So I am now going to put strings back on, finish off the setup, get the intonation right, and this guitar will be going out today. So I'll come back in a few minutes, and I'll show you how we are once we've got it all set up, and we'll have a little play. And here we are, guys, and the guitar is all finished. Frank is ready to play again. Let's recap and just keep it short. What we've done with this guitar is we've done a complete refret. I've also gone and had the fingerboard, well, the fingerboard wasn't level. I've given this 2 refrets. The first one I put the wrong wire in, completely my fault. So before I redid it again, I decided to remove the lacquer, which I wasn't going to do originally. I removed the lacquer, sanded the fingerboard because it wasn't, the neck was nowhere near straight. So I straightened it, and then I went and paid a luthier friend of mine to respray it. I haven't charged for that. I paid that out of my own pocket. I'm also paying the return postage out of my own pocket because I've taken quite a long time on this. So I've not really. I've not made the right money on this, but that doesn't matter. End of the day, it's about the guitar, and the guitar is beautiful. It came with dings and dongs and nicks and knocks everywhere, but now it has a brand new nut, bone nut. I've just finished cutting this morning. I've just set the guitar up, stretched the strings. It plays beautiful. The action's low, 1.75mm above the 12th fret on the low E, 1.5mm above the 12th fret on the high E. Even sounds nice not plugged in. Action may be a little low, I don't know. I'm going to send it like this anyway. I'm going to pay for another box. I'm double boxing this. It came in a single box. It's not the way to ship a guitar, and you certainly don't ship it with Parcel Force or Royal Mail, because they only insure guitars for between 100 and 150 quid. So this will go out with UPS. It'll probably cost me 20-25 quid. Again, at my expense, no problem. I've just basically been given a guitar, which more than makes up for what it's costing me. Well, it just makes up for what it's costing me to spend on this guitar. So fantastic. So it's another project finished. It'll be going back down to Simon down at Wells Cathedral down there. It'll be within. Well, I'm going to pay for next day delivery. So if I post it tomorrow, it goes out tomorrow. He will get it on Thursday. Just want to make sure he gets it back for Christmas. I know it's his favourite guitar. He spent a lot of money getting this right. A lot of people wouldn't spend that sort of money getting an old guitar right like this right. But you know, if a guitar means something to you, there's nothing wrong with doing that. So that's it. That's another project finished. I ain't got time to dilly-dally about and talk. You'll notice I've cut the beard off, by the way. See your beard? Just like that. I've got many projects to be getting on with. So, as always, until the next video, be good to each other, and I will see you soon.